Good morning, Corey here. Uh, Psychic medium, spiritual healer, and empowerment life coach. I keep forgetting who I am or what I am. Really hard to attach names to me. Uh, what I'm here this morning for is to do an intuitive guidance for the collective, for everybody, not a specific sign, not anything. This is a message that's channeling through, and it's been channeling through all morning. And so, as I'm getting ready to leave to go spend the day with my daughter at the bridal show in Edmonton, uh, I thought I would step in for just a moment and talk about the energies that are happening right now. So I want to say this is going from the 5th, 6th through the eclipse that was happening over the weekend, all the way into I want to say into the 12th, around there, all the way through this whole following next week, 13th maybe, is that sense of how much we are not recognizing, or how much as a collective we're not recognizing that we're being put through, I want to say, like a little bit of a test, a little bit of a challenge, a little bit of kind of asking you, are you ready to step aside? Are you ready to step out of your own way? You've been preparing, you've been prepping, you've been doing all of this self-healing work. If you're in this collective, if this doesn't resonate to you, then it's not for you. If you're in this collective and you may be just starting this process and things may be going wrong in your life, or what you humanly think is going wrong, and actually there is nothing going wrong, is that things are being put into place. Now, I'm being quickly told that remember to remind you that this is not people that are going through a grieving a loss. That's a whole different process. That's something different that we have to shift through. This is your day-to-day life. This is the relationships, the things that are falling apart or falling out of sync, and you're not in line with them. And some of these things are happening, and even if it's marriage is falling apart, or being kind of booted out of a job and being fired or being let go of, is that the universe is saying to you that this is happening because this is not aligning to the work that you have done with yourself. This is not aligning to you anymore, and that you're now being put into a higher vibration that you have asked for, you have been preparing for, that you have been praying to the guides or meditating to the guides to take me to this next level, show me what's next, show me what's possible. And now that you're here and this is very uncomfortable, you are scared, you're afraid, so you're feeling this energy of anxiety and anxiousness, and you're watching people kind of crumble and get into fights, and even seeing a lot of action outside the home or in the outside world. So if you've been out in the public and you've been seeing people like get angry and pissed off at people, that's because that grip of hanging on, of the lower vibration, those will have to stay here, like they'll have to stay there. But those that are trying to rise above, you're being challenged, because the energies that are being attached are those that are, some of them are the lower vibration energies that are still on the other side, that are not willing to walk over, not ready to go into that next phase, and that you're being like attached to some of these entities that are happening around you. And know that that's not yours. That's not yours to stay into. That's not yours to heal and fix. That's not yours to continue to try to stay in. You have to now, with free will, you have the opportunity, you have the choice to rise above that, to move into the next. Because if you just have the trust and the faith within yourself, that you are strong enough, that you were prepared enough for this, that you were prepared enough to take on something that's at a new level, that you have not yet learned, that you have not yet understood, that you have not been there. And I'm in it myself. I've been experiencing it myself. And to just stay on this journey, stay on this path. Don't allow yourself, because you're going to miss out on the next 7 years of your life that are in a higher vibration, and you're going to have to stay in a lower vibration and work. Not that you're not going to get out of it, but you're going to have to work a whole lot harder to rise above that. Are you prepared for that? Are you prepared to go back and do the past all over again, and relive the past, and do that shit all over again? That's not for you. You are being called upon to rise yourself into a higher level of consciousness, a whole new way of thinking, because the universe around us is expanding. Mother Earth is expanding. We are expanding. We are always being upload it, download it with knowledge that is so beyond that we don't even know what's even happening. We just start living it. And the expansion is freedom. And the expansion is that we're breaking free of what no longer serves us. And we're breaking ourselves free of an old way of thinking. And that anger and frustration is how we drive the universe forward. And no, it's not. We're here to be in a time of love, of compassion, appreciation, but also that we're going to have to work hard. But work hard does not mean that we lose balance and we get caught in the isms, right? And that we're trying to move out of the lower vibration of all of the isms, is how I call it, the workaholics, the alcoholics, the drugs. Like, we're working hard to move past that. We're working hard to move past the addictions of suppressing our emotions. The addictions of suppressing our emotions. We're moving past that city, and we're rising above, and we're moving into a place of opening ourselves up to the expansion and the freedom of setting ourselves free of the isms. City, come here. And so we're rising above that and moving out of the isms. We're moving past that. We're setting ourselves. We're now in a place of freedom that we can have our emotions. We can say this is how we feel. We can express ourselves. We can open ourselves back up. We're not hiding and sweeping underneath the rugs anymore. That time, that ancestral healing we've been doing this year was about getting past that it's not, shh, be quiet, don't speak your truth, don't say this is how you're feeling, but it's about our words and stuff becoming kinder, softer, gentler. Watch your tongue, that your tongue is not sharp and harmful. Make it useful and valuable so that it actually helps people and helps those in those lower vibrations, so that more and more of the collective can rise up. This is an opportunity for us to expand, grow, set ourselves free. Open your heart. Let your heart be free. Don't be afraid of that raw feeling that you're feeling right now, because you have been asking for this. You have been asking to be set free. You've been asking to show me the way. Show me what else is there for me. And now that it's upon you, don't be afraid to walk this path. Don't be afraid to walk this journey. This is our truth. This is our light. This is our life. Feel free to have your life in the most beautiful way that you possibly can, in the love and light and in the truth of a God consciousness, a God, a goddess, whatever it is for you, creator of the universe. Feel free to walk in the light of knowing that you are connected to the divine and that you are living your true truth for you and not for anyone else. And if you're having the sinus problems like I am today, this is the draining that's happening. We're draining. My eyes have been puffy for days. I was even up 10 pounds on the scales with the amount that my body was holding. And as the last 2 days have been going, it's like this is all just like falling off. And it's all of this that we've been compacting in, that we've been holding back in, and finally we're saying, I'm free, I'm done, let's let this release. This eclipse was about, and this was the dark, right? So this was us being in our darks, the last little bits of seeing the darkness of us, the shadow of us, and our shadow self, and how many of us have been living in that shadow self, even if it's a little tiny bit, that we've continued to live in that shadow self. And we're being invited now to walk in our truth, to walk in our true self, to not live life as one of my books says, that it's still, that my fear of putting it out has still been there. That more than existing, that you're now here to more than exist. You're not here to just exist. You are here to live. And this will be the year that I will get these books out. And this will be the year that everything will align to allowing that to happen. It takes the hard work. You're not here to be handed life for free, but you're here to live in freedom. And this is your opportunity. This is your time to transform, ascend. And you've asked to ascend, and you've been ascending. You've been asking to transform. You've been transforming. Do not be afraid of what you cannot see, because you will not get to see what is happening. You're being invited to walk in your grace, to walk in your beauty, to walk in your light, in knowing that you have everything that you need to live in the perfection of the imperfect world. Because you're not here to be perfect. You're here to shed your skin. You're here to declare your mercy of I'm done. I'm surrendering. I am being kind and thoughtful towards everything and everyone, including myself. I'm no longer beating myself up. I'm no longer being angry. I am no longer being caught in those angry words of other people. I'm not doing this no more. And everything that has been attached and everything I'm still trying to hold on to, I am setting myself free of, as my dogs are barking like crazy. I love you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And also the last card that just told me to put out was the feminine. Own your feminine, even if you are masculine. It's okay to have an emotional day today. It's okay to shed some tears, let your sinuses run, whatever it may be. That's my daughter just come in through the door. Have a beautiful, beautiful week. I love you all, and thank you for joining me, and thank you for having patience through my barking dogs. Bye-bye.